Hello everyone, it's Stray Faye here with another episode of Olympia Soiree. The finale of Himuka's route. Doesn't feel very happy right now, but we're still en route for happy end. We had a very intense last episode. This is probably like the most intense and threatening it's gotten in the game. We had a very odd combination of villains as well. We knew Hyrie, like we've been chasing around Hyrie. We confronted him. Cannon was also involved. He had to get himself involved too. In his despair, just wanted the world to end alongside Hyrie. And then Camellia also got involved. I wasn't expecting that, but then it makes sense. It made sense though because she got like invoked as like the avatar of like Izanami of all things, but that was because she fell into the water, like all the way back in like the prologue. I was expecting Hyrie to like awaken as that, as like the big bad guy. And then we learned some revelations. We got to like chew over that there was another world, that this isn't the first world. I guess there's some weird like time paradox stuff happening, like as we know with like the outsiders and stuff, but I guess previous world got destroyed. Himuka recreated it with like the last of his power. So like he couldn't do anything else to like fix like this crummy class system, as like from what I understood from the explanation. And then he used the last of his power to just completely destroy Izanami, and in turn he destroyed himself as well. Doesn't look like Tsukiyomi's gonna be able to build him another body. Like it was revealed that he had like a puppet body, like it wasn't really his true form. Maybe there'd be some fragment. He has to come back. Like it was, and maybe in the bad ending he like stays dead, but we're on the happy ending, so he has to come back somehow. So let's start. Let's start at the beginning of the end, my love.
My dear child, you must let go.
No.
You'll only harm yourself if you stay this way. We all worry greatly for you.
And what are you gonna tell me next? That I should look for a new husband?
Naturally.
I want Himuka to be my husband.
He is no longer in this world.
Can't just let go that fast. Don't say that!
He protected you and this world. What greater honor could there be in one's departure?
Honor means nothing.
My dear child, please do not worry me so.
Why are you always like this, Tsukiyomi? How can you be so calm when this happened to someone you knew?
My soul is not calm. But when asked for an artificial body, I did enlighten him on what it meant. That his body would be a facade, a disguise. I asked him if he accepted that he would never be able to love someone in that form. He replied to me that he did not wish to be loved.
Well, that's a lie. You said that's why he split the spirit crystals in two, right? So like the hope that he wouldn't be lonely anymore. I glared at his bracelet in my hand.
That no one would ever love him, so the body would be enough. In other words, his wish was fulfilled.
That's not true! I shouted out of impulse. but I didn't know what else I could do. That's absolutely not true. Tears began to flow from my eyes. I had cried so much already that my eyes and cheeks were swollen. Maybe that's what he said before, but I'm sure things were different in the end. I'm sure Himuka wanted to stay in this world. There isn't anything you can do? You're the one who made his body, right, Tsukiyomi? He made the body, but, like, there has to be something inside it, right? Like, the soul. Isn't there any way we can bring him back?
Hirako, firstborn of goddess Izanami, was a shapeless god. I did give him arms and legs, but it was his own power that moved them. Now that his life force is gone, there's nothing I can do.
Do something! Anything! Oh, she's in the denial phase. He disappeared right in front of my eyes. He disappeared from this world in an instant. All he left was this bracelet. I'm sorry. I'm just being rude and selfish. I'm probably just going to keep yelling about it, so just leave me alone for now.
But dear child, seeing you like this worries me to the extent that I cannot focus on building Camellia's new arm.
Please make it as quickly as possible. The tremendous explosion knocked Kanon and Hairi unconscious. Yosoga and the others arrived soon after and took everyone to the hospital. I was told Camellia regained her consciousness, though she was still unable to get up.
Very well. Let me tell you why Hirako and I do not have colors.
Oh, there's a story to that?
This world lost its light when Amaterasu was killed. But the world cannot be left in darkness. We needed to create humans again. Which is why the yellow was created with my blood, and the blue was created with Hirako's.
Tsukiyomi? What about the red?
We were the colors. That is, the creator of souls. We no longer have the color we transferred to humans through our life force.
You too, Tsukiyomi? I knew he was no ordinary human. I always assumed he was an outsider and left it at that.
Hirako and I are what humans call gods.
Behind him, a single Tokyo Mushi fluttered by.
You need not believe me if you do not wish to. After all, hardly any of my former power remains. I can do little more than create dolls in human likeness, water the cherry tree, paint canvases, and row boats.
Himuka and Tsukiyomi are gods? I mean, I kind of knew Tsukiyomi. Tsukiyomi is, like, named after a god in the folklore. I thought he took very much, like, he looked like one of the white. Thought maybe he was just, like, kind of a male version of, like, the white women. But, okay, I guess maybe his original color was yellow, and he gave that up. Although I was surprised in a way, another part of me was not surprised at all. It was a minor fact compared to the revelations of the past few days. Kind of interesting too that like only the yellow are allowed to see Hirako. I thought like maybe it would be like reversed, like Hirako created the yellow, and like that's why they can talk to him. But I guess Himuka had the power of Batsu, so I guess it checks out that like he would have created the blue, which had the power of Batsu.
Now you know, my dear child. Please return to the surface and resume your prayers. You must continue to safeguard the sun that Hiruko protected.
I can't. I'd probably just curse Lady Amaterasu.
Please do not speak such dreadful words.
But Himuka did everything he could for Lady Amaterasu all his life, didn't he? Yet Lady Amaterasu hasn't done anything at all for him.
She is in deep slumber.
How can I wake her up then? She's sleeping in Ikimizu Spring, isn't she? So tell me, how do I wake her up? It's like all the way on Tenyu Island? It's kind of like the opposite of Izanami then, huh?
I do not know.
Ugh. My eyes filled again with tears. There's no way to bring Hiruko back. I wouldn't ever be able to hear his voice again. I know my role is to make the sun shine, and I know I must find a husband. I know that. I have no intention of abandoning my duties, but I feel like my heart is already dead. I don't have any strength to move at all. There's no way I can offer a prayer like this. No, I couldn't. How could I bless a world he wasn't in? I know very well that I'm being selfish and irresponsible, but I feel like I've lost half of myself. I've lost my soulmate. Himuka was my soulmate, and now he's gone. Will I have to live the rest of my life without another half?
That I do not know. My dear child, if this is what you desire, I will show you a way only once.
Huh? Tsukiyomi brought out a mirror from his pocket that seemed to be broken in half. Is that Amaterasu's mirror? There was like, that's part of like the regalia, right? There was a mirror and like a sword and something else. Is that a mirror? How will that help?
Take this with you when you journey to Ikimizu Spring. Perhaps Amaterasu may answer your call.
Tsukiyomi?
But do not cling to hope. I cannot promise that she will answer, or even awaken.
So, what is this mirror?
It is the mirror that once adorned Amaterasu's crown. The other half lies deep within Ikimizu Spring. It was this that lay behind the blinds of Kakuronomiya. It remained there for safekeeping, awaiting the day Amaterasu reawakened.
I stared at the mirror in my hand. Mirror. First definition. Okay, there's gonna be a second one. A mirror that adorned the goddess Amaterasu's crown. It is currently split in two, with one half sunk at the bottom of Ikimizu Spring, and the other kept securely at Kakuronomiya. Is it Ikimizu or Shinimizu? I thought the other one was in Shin. Wait, no, that's right. They said Ikimizu. Getting my Mizus wrong. But yeah, I think the mirror also popped up in folklore. When like Amaterasu, I think there's different versions where like there's one where she went to hide in a cave and like she put a boulder in front of the cave. There's one version where I think they just like drag her out, but I think there's another version where they entice her to like come out, and then they use like a mirror to capture her sunlight, like to capture her light, and like that's how they catch the sun. It looked like any other ordinary mirror. It doesn't look very special.
You need not believe me if you do not wish to.
I believe you. Yes, this must be Lady Amaterasu's mirror. Despite my assent, something inside me was doubting what I held in my hand. Like a sliver of hope. Tsukiyomi, about the whirlpools.
If you are welcomed by Amaterasu, they will disappear. If she is angered, you'll be pulled down to the depths of the sea. If you are truly determined, go forth.
Alright, we're going. Alright, it's time to row a boat. The sun is back to normal. But it had only been a single day. Gosh, you had barely any time to mourn. The island was already returning to its normal routine. I'm sure Lord Jigen has been hastening the recovery, but things shouldn't return to normal so easily. To have like everyone just been like ushered back into Yomi is like everything just like gone back to normal. That like maybe people would get together like in the face of a disaster, but I guess not. After all, I was left without half of my heart. I never expected I'd sail out to the island under these circumstances. This is the first time we've been to the island in this route. Like the third time. I think we went in Kuroba's, we went in Yusoga's, and now we're going alone. We're going alone in Himuka's route. Of course I want to return, but
If you are welcomed by Amaterasu, they will disappear. If she is angered, you will be pulled down to the depths of the sea.
I want to see Himuka again, no matter the risk. It's so horrible to leave me here like this. Just recalling what happened renewed the tears in my eyes. I still didn't want to believe he was gone. But I somehow found myself rowing to Tenyu Island with heavy arms. Please accept me. Please allow me onto the island, Lady Amaterasu. I'm truly sorry for saying that I would curse you back down in Yomi. That sound. Are the whirlpools really going to subside? I stared at them, anxious and resolute. Ah! I couldn't believe what was happening. The whirlpools are disappearing? No matter how many times I shook my head or rubbed my eyes, there was no doubt that the sea was quieting. So Lady Amaterasu really is on the island. No, we're back home. Ah! The old memories flooded back to me the moment I stepped foot on the island. I was so overwhelmed that I felt I could fall to my knees and cry. This is no time for me to be crying. There's a reason that I came here. I stumbled along, looking around me. This isn't a dream. I really am back on Tenyu Island. The homeland I was only able to gaze upon from afar. Mother! Before I knew it, I was running with all my might. Mother! Mother! Everyone! Wait, like no one's around anymore. They've been gone for ages. I get it though, like she never even got to see them buried as like a kid. Yeah, she like has never had closure. I finally returned. I was alone, but I was here. The moment I arrived at the spring, I fell to the ground in a heap of exhaustion. Ikimizu Spring was there, just as I remembered it. The only difference was a thick crown of white flowers growing around its edges. Oh, no. Tears of nostalgia and sorrow burst forth before I knew it. No. This is no time for me to be crying. I wiped away my tears and bowed to the spring. Lady Amaterasu. It is I, Byakuya, last born of the white blood on this island. I have finally returned. I'm here to return your mirror to you. So please answer my prayer and awaken from your slumber. I let the mirror slide from my outstretched hand into the spring. Then, please return to the owner of this bracelet to me. Both the mirror and the bracelet disappeared into the spring. Nothing happened. But I came all this way. Where are you, Lady Amaterasu? Please wake up. Please wake up and answer me. I'll curse you if you don't return Himuka to me. Oh, that's a magic word. Suddenly, a gust of wind swept across the spring. The white iroha flowers spread and merged into one clear circle as my vision grew hazy. Huh? Let Amaterasu? What? I didn't think we would see her. She looks just like Byakuya. Are you the one who called for me? The voice was clear and kind. Just hearing it seemed to purify my mind and heart, cleansing me of the anger that I had felt only a moment ago. Are you Lady Amaterasu? That is the name I was once given long ago. She does look like me, doesn't she? It's like she could be your sister. It was strange to behold a divine being that bore such a striking resemblance to me. It was like I was just talking to myself in a mirror. Maybe she is a mirror. Maybe she just like reflects like who talks to her. No, get a hold of yourself. This isn't the time to be thinking that. Also, I kind of know. I like looking at the color of her hair. She does have like, she's not completely white. She has like the gray highlights. I feel like we've seen that before. Like Tsukiyomi has like that same color hair. And like, doesn't the doll that like he holds look just like this? Huh. I wonder if like he just carries it out of like fondness or something. Just has like a mini Amaterasu doll in his arms. Lady Amaterasu, I beg of you, please bring Himuka back to life. Hiruko. He must have disappeared after using all of what remained of his power. I know that, but I still want to see him again. That would be very difficult. Did you say difficult? But you didn't say it was impossible. Meaning that there's a way to bring him back. On Tengu Island, there's a beautiful shrine gate. Huh? Yes. It is being built for the day of my awakening. The colors that have been gathered together for many ages are to become my waking power when it is time. With its strength, it may be possible to summon his soul. But should that happen, the true sun shall never return to this world. Do we have to make a choice? Like, do we want Himuka or do we want to revive Amaterasu? The sun of this world calls for the souls of humans in my absence. In your absence? It was created by Hiriko to shine light upon the world while I slept. Himuka created it? I looked up at the sky. Himuka really created the sun? I mean, you had to, like, recreate everything, right? Like, you didn't say the first world, like, got destroyed. I guess, like, everything's a simulation right now. But its strength is fragile, fleeting. The white bloodline was born of my color, bound to the sun even in human form. Thus the women of this island began the worshippers of the sun, and the guardians of this world. I have long awaited this day, the day my mirror would be returned to me. The day my descendants would call for me. Lady Amaterasu? If the shrine gate is used to summon Himuka, the true sun will never return. Descendant of the white, do you choose the true brilliance of the sun, or do you choose your beloved? The shrine gate was being built for Lady Amaterasu all this time. Himuka ordered its construction so he would one day be able to see Lady Amaterasu again, after ages and ages of waiting. But you weren't her. I'm certain you'll change the future. Lady Amaterasu, may I ask you a question? Himuka told me before he disappeared that you would use a girl's soul and enter her body as a vessel to return to this world. Is that girl me? I wasn't sure what it meant, so... You are the last remaining white. Should you disappear, the white blood would perish. That is true. You are yourself. You are, not I. She didn't seem to be denying or scolding me. Lady Amaterasu continued to smile at me graciously. Then, is it possible for me to give part of my life to Himuka? Oh? Being of the white, I know it's my duty to protect the sun. I can't use the power of the shrine gate for my own selfishness. But I don't want to give up on Himuka. I would, without hesitation, offer up my life for him. How would he feel about that, though? Like, if you disappeared and he came back. After all, he offered his life for this world. Still, I am the last remaining white, as you said. I have a responsibility to bear children with my husband and preserve my bloodline. So I cannot end my life completely. Which is why I wish to offer half of my life for him. Please use a part of my life and let me see Himuka again. My voice resounded through the silence of the spring. He is a shapeless god. If he is to be summoned, his appearance may be so unsightly that you will not wish to look upon him again. That doesn't matter. I don't care how he looks. So please bring him back to this world. You wish to see him in his true form? Yes, I do. Even at the cost of losing half of your life? Lady Materasu, I believe you know the story about soulmates. I truly believe my soulmate to be Himuka. He is the person I love with all my heart. Did you hear that, dear brother? Huh? An odd sound escaped me. Things were happening so suddenly that my mind couldn't keep up. Himuka? Oh, he came back. Was she just like testing our resolve or something? I gazed at the person in front of me. His face and limbs weren't falling apart. He was exactly as I remembered him the day we first met. Byakuya? It was my name, spoken in his voice. Himuka? Are you really the real Himuka? I think so. He's like confused. I thought I disappeared. His meekness at a time like this made me want to laugh. But that was how I knew it was really him. This isn't a dream, is it? I don't think so. You've really returned. For some reason, Himuka took a step back. What is it? You're not coming back to me? Or is this really some kind of illusion? Or maybe you don't want to be with me? That's not true. He took a huge step forward. I just never thought I would see you again. I'm so happy. Then why do you look so sad? Why? It's because I can't be your husband. Reality struck me again. His return didn't change the fact that his body was merely a doll's. We have never spoken before, dear brother. Amaterasu? Okay, are they brother and sister? I don't think they're a brother and sister in the folklore. Although, things get kind of weird with the gods. Yeah, it's like, Hirako was the child of between Izanagi and Izanami. But Amaterasu was born like solely of Izanagi. It's kind of like an Aphrodite thing. I think like Zeus created like Aphrodite like just from himself. I think like Athena like came out of his head. Well, anyway, I guess in this game they are siblings. I guess they could kind of be like half siblings, like in the lore, in the folklore. They're all gods. Ah. I could hear Lady Amaterasu's voice, but I could no longer see her. Please return to the one who loves you so. You must once again protect the precious world you created. What is happening? What is happening? We just got Himuka back. I thought we would have to like sacrifice something. Or did we actually sacrifice half of our lifespan? Why am I It can't be.
She has declared that you are her soulmate. The women of the white must find their soulmates, so I must attend to it in earnest.
Amaterasu?
I revived your soul with the half mirror that lay within the spring, dear brother.
Huh? But if you use its power, what will happen to you?
I must thank you and make amends.
What do you mean?
Dear brother, you created and led this world while I was asleep.
That's not true. I was useless in every way.
He who gave the world the light of day, however ephemeral, must not say such a thing.
Amaterasu?
I never spoke a word to you in the first world, dear brother.
Alright, got a glossary entry. First world. A space that existed before the creation of the second world, where Olympia lives.
I led myself to believe you were defiled.
That is correct. I am Hiruko, the hideous, shapeless god that was sent out to the ocean.
And yet, you protected this world. We are brother and sister, born of the goddess Izanami. Even so, I was not able to love you. So this time, I want to see you find happiness in this world.
Happiness, but I
will return to my slumber beneath the spring, but we shall not part ways for eternity. I'm sure the people of the white will return to this land once again. I shall protect the sun through them.
Lady Amaterasu!
Maiden of the white, please take care of my dear brother.
Huh? A strong wind blew again, and just like that, the waters calmed. Is she gone? All that was left was... Himuka? No, alright, we got our man back! I still couldn't believe my eyes. Part of me wondered if the past few days have driven me completely mad. I am myself, but... Himuka rose from the spring and stood right in front of me. Up close, I was certain it was truly Himuka. Wait, what? Is there a problem? Like he rose from the dead like Jesus. Something isn't right. Huh? I must still be broken. My body is soft and hot. Soft? Oh, does he have like... Is he squishy? Does he have like real skin? Has he become a real boy? Himuka suddenly bit hard. Wait, why you bit hard into his wrist? Why'd you have to bite it? Ah, what are you doing? Blood. Huh? Look, blood. Blood is really flowing from inside me. Huh? Blood? Huh? They Pinocchio'd him. They turned him into a real boy. Okay, well, I mean, if he's flesh and blood, he can be Byakuya's husband now, right? I grabbed Himuka's arm and took a closer look at his wrist. I'm bleeding just like a human, right? You do look human, but... Himuka nervously put his hand to his chest. Ah. Something's moving in here. Oh, you have a heart. Himuka? It's a Christmas miracle. I lunged toward him and put my hand upon his chest. Oh, wow. All right, just start groping him now. Now he's soft and squishy. Ah. I felt a pulse. His heart was beating at a steady pace. Himuka, you have a heart. I'm so sorry. Yeah, he just started groping his chest. Jeez, Byakuya. Realizing what I had done, I quickly moved away. I touched him. I touched his body. I'm human? Himuka quickly turned around. Amaterasu, did you turn me into a human? The spring was silent. The only thing that responded were the white iroha flowers swaying in the wind like woven silk. I'm a human? Tears began to flow from his eyes. They were so beautiful, like droplets of morning dew. Did I really become a human? Human tears are hot and painful. It's strange. Am I not broken after all? Nothing is strange. You're just like Camellia when she started crying. I wonder if Camellia was like turning herself into like a human, like as well, huh? You're not malfunctioning. You're gaining emotions. Crying hot, painful tears is exactly what it means to be human. Even in a doll's body, I was able to shed tears. Oh, okay. I guess that's a feature. Though it never felt this way before. I'm sure you're going to experience a lot of new things from now on. But I can assure you, you are human now. Does that mean I can be your husband, Byakuya? Well, I guess if you have all the equipment for it, right? I was so surprised and overjoyed that my heart felt like it was going to burst. With every new beautiful, unbelievable thing that happened, I became even more certain of my madness, but I didn't care. If he's human now, then... I glanced again at Himuka. Color. Can Himuka impart to me a color trait? Or can't I? We gotta find out now. No, that's not it. I'm sure we can marry now. I responded impulsively to his question. I couldn't be sure of anything, but... How can I make sure? I mean, there's one way to make sure. That's right. Let me tell you something special. We girls on Tenyu Island have a wonderful secret. When you and your soulmate find each other and fall in love, you will... When we both fall in love... I don't want to think about anything that'll embarrass me at a time like this. But I do have an urgent mission to preserve my bloodline. Yes, think of the mission. Lady Materasu even asked me to take care of her dear brother. Himuka? And now you're just making excuses. Just do it. Well, will you be my husband? I will. We're gonna like say no at this point? Like they gave you a miracle. We're gonna be like, well, yeah, never mind. I will, right now. Okay, raring to go. I was taken aback by his bold and clear answer. What should I do? This is important, so it's no time for me to hold back. Himuka. I want to have some passion fruit again. Huh? Let's go back to Corpse Beach together. Sounds like a great date spot. We're gonna go back to his love shack though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I hope this will be enough to fill us. Yes, it's more than enough. We each carried 3 as we headed over to Himuka's house. Maybe his reply to me earlier of right now didn't mean what I thought it meant. You're just gonna tussle right there? He walked along in high spirits, humming merrily and looking as pure as always. Maybe it was just a promise. I gazed at his silver hair shining in the sunlight. Did Himuka really become a human? I saw his blood. I felt his pulse. I want to be your husband, if only I could. But I have nothing to give you. Himuka said so himself, so I'm sure he understood the meaning of what he said. I guess I'm just gonna have to wait and see. Himuka's body seemed to tense the moment he stepped inside. What is it? I really am back here after all. His words alone made me want to hug him. Unfortunately, my hands were occupied with passion fruits. Yes, you really are back. This feeling inside me is new. This must be what people call nostalgia. Himuka gently set down the fruits onto the rug. We sat next to each other in front of them. How long have you been living here? To be honest, I'm not sure. It wasn't comfortable at Kakuro no Miya, so I just used this place to pass the time. This place is where the Undertaker lives, but it went unused for a long time because even they didn't like coming near this beach. As I spent more time picking things up along the beach, this naturally became my home. I like it here. Really? That's good to know. Himuka played with a fruit in his hand. Thank you for saving me. I could hear your voice all along. Huh? I was being cradled in the spring. I heard your voice from there. I wanted to see you again, but I assumed it was impossible. But then it happened. Amaterasu just like spat you out. I was like, alright, get out of here. I was able to return to you as a human. It's all thanks to you that I'm alive again. Stop it! I had already cried more than enough. But I still couldn't hold back the tears welling up in my eyes. If anything, I should be the one thanking you. You protected this world. You dispelled the darkness that had fallen. No amount of words would be enough to show you my gratitude. If I could be of use to you, that's all that matters. He was so humble. I didn't want him to think everything he did was nothing. Himuka! Don't you dare disappear from me again. I won't. His fingers slowly came closer to my cheek. Oh, we're holding hands. I'm gonna kiss by the fire. Byakuya. My body trembled as he gently spoke my name. I want you to make sure of something for me. Whether I really am a human now. I don't fully understand this human body. I still feel a little strange. Gotta get used to a lot of things. He has to like figure out how it works, right? Or has he like seen it enough times? Like being a god at all, he just kind of knows. Huh? My heart hurts, and my body feels hotter than before. And can't seem to hold myself back from touching you. Is this really right? Or am I broken somewhere? His anxiety was so honest and earnest that there was no way I could deviate from the subject. I think you're alright. It's the first time for me too, so I'm not sure myself. Yes, this first time with a god. I don't think they'll show us his true form. I wonder what his true form would have looked like. Apparently it was like really scary, but you're the first person I've ever fallen in love with. Himuka's eyes widened, then he slowly brought his face close to mine. I feel the same way. I've fallen in love with you too. Himuka, I don't think I can hold back anymore from touching you. Then please, touch me. Oh my. Oh my, smooches. Ah! The first thing I felt was heat. It was though his body was burning hot with the glow of life. Himuka, you're very warm right now. Warm? Like you? Yes, like me. Things are about to get very sweaty. This time I put my lips on his. Himuka gave the slightest start at first, but then he pressed his lips firmly against mine. You're so very hot and soft. His lips caressed me in the gentlest way. He brought them softly to my cheek, to my ear, to the tip of my nose, and to my forehead. Are you sure you're not afraid of me? You saw my true form. I'm hideous. Did we see the true form? Did it just get bleached from our mind? For all we know, I may turn back into that unsightly, deformed creature again. No matter your appearance, I'm not afraid at all. Because it's your kindness that matters to me. I won't run from you, so please don't run away from me. I kissed him again. As he did before, I gently touched my lips to different places, feeling the warmth of his skin. Oh my. Do you not like it? No, it's not that. It's just that it's ticklish. The renewed sense of love rose inside me, seeing him blush. But it feels really good having you kiss me like this. Really good. His eyes narrowed slightly and we kissed again. This feels good to me too. Really? Then I'm glad. It's so weird, like the first day he's back. It's like this is the first thing we do. Like not even like gonna let him get his bearings. Like no, to the love shack we go. It was like we were really two halves of each other. I guess they couldn't stay apart. When he would touch me, I would touch him. When he would kiss me, I would kiss him. I love you, Byakuya. I love you too. I had lost count of how many times we kissed. I don't care anymore. I wanted to ask him so many things, but seeing him so happy made everything else unimportant. Himuka and I are happy now. I'm sure he's gonna be a fine husband. Ah? What do you mean, ah? Oh, her hair turned gray. We're twinsies. Okay, he does have color. His sudden cry made me jump. It kind of makes her look like an old lady, but... Your hair. Look. I slowly looked down at my hair. Kind of has like a little blue like underneath like the hair. I'm not seeing things, am I? Your hair color changed, right? It really did change. Oh wait, she said that. It really did change. My hair took on a blue that reminded me of the rain from that night. It's like a cloudy day. This beautiful silvery blue is Himuka's color. the color is blue. So I really did gain color. His tears shone the same silvery blue. I'm so sorry. Of all the times to cry. I always thought I had nothing left. I was sad to think that I could ever be your husband, so... You are without a doubt my husband. Aw, baby boy. You're gonna be crying. Tears fell from his eyes. I have always loved being with you, but this is the happiest moment of my life. I thought you were someone I should never touch. I held Himuka's hand and led it to my blouse. Himuka, I am beyond happy now. So please, touch me. I want you to feel my heat with your whole body. Okay, going all the way here. Oh, okay. We want Negi. You didn't take the jewelry off, though. The jewelry stays. Byakuya. Himuka. Are you alright? You feel so hot. I hope you don't melt away. But I might. In fact, I had already begun to lose my hold on it. My body shook terribly from the heat that surged through every inch of me. Let me know if there are any places you don't want me to touch. Don't worry, there's no such place. I'm yours completely, so you can touch me anywhere. Then, touch me too. I want to make sure that I'm really alive. I felt as though what was missing had finally fallen into place. I still felt embarrassed, but it seemed so natural to touch him in this way. We must have truly been one from the start. And now we had finally come together again. The human body is a wonder, isn't it? When I touch you like this, I can feel like I can feel what you're feeling. And what do you feel for me now? That you love me with all your heart. That's right. I love you with all of my heart, Himuka. And I can feel your love for me too. Of course, I am your husband after all. No ceremony. This is the ceremony. Oh, and the sun shines. Matarasu watches us. The shapeless god had taken on the form of a human, and in doing so, became my husband. Sounds like an isekai title. that time, a shapeless god took human form and became my husband. We would forever live happily out on this ocean. Wandering across the world together, our search for love finally over. The end? The end! We'll still do the after chapters, because usually those are short. Okay, alright. Wow, that was intense. That was like Cafe Enchante, like, level of crisis. Like a world-ending crisis. Kind of reminds me a bit of, like, Ill from that game as well. We had like a non-human character, like, trying to find his emotions and, like, just trying to be human. But glad that there was no memory loss. It would have been sad. That would have been sad if, like, they brought him back, but, like, he didn't remember us. We had to, like, rebuild those memories. That would have been bittersweet, but yeah. They gave him back to us as a whole person. I still wish they would have shown us, like, his like other form. But I guess like they had to leave it mysterious, like a horrible looking shapeless god. It's like, how horrible could they draw him? Alright, we got one more guy though. We still got Akaza. I wonder how Akaza is gonna like top that. It's like all the other boys seem like a little bit. The crisis seems underwhelming, like in comparison. The romances are still good though. I feel like the romances are like all good in these routes. But yeah, how are they gonna up the crisis in the next route? Alright, next chapter, a solemn kiss. Another day. The sun is shining. We're at a Shanaton. Are we on trial? I mean, are they gonna say no to Hiroko? That guard was looking at me suspiciously, wasn't he? I doubt anyone would believe you're Lord Hiroko. I feel a little sorry for him, but I think I should be Lord Hiroko only when I'm behind those blinds. Are you gonna stay there? I feel like he doesn't need to be there anymore. He already gave his orders. No, he should just like live his human life. But I guess maybe we should abuse that power to make the island better. There shouldn't be like such terrible like class discrimination, but I mean, he made all the colors. Like, he's the one who made all the colors. Like, he wanted to show Amaterasu a rainbow. Except when I'm in front of you. He looked at me very closely with a smile on his face and my cheeks prickled. I'll discuss being behind those blinds every so often with Doma and the others, but not too often. You're not comfortable being in front of people, even with those blinds covering you? He's just a shy god, alright? Well, it's only because I think my role on this island as Lord Hiroko is already over. Huh? Don't look so sad now. I don't mean that in a bad way. Himuka smiled gently and took my hand. Let's go and put the mirror back where it belongs. Go... You mean to Kakuro no Miya? Is it really alright for me to go inside? Of course it is. That's why we came here. It's gonna be like... what's behind the blind? This could be a mirror. So mysterious. He raised his right hand and particles of silver light scattered from his fingertips. Then... Oh. He literally has to use magic to open the blinds, okay. I thought it was just like you just don't go there. Like you're just not allowed. The blinds all rolled up without a sound. That's amazing. It's more amazing that you're able to keep the sun in the sky. I can't do that now that most of my powers are gone. Now, let's go. Coming in! Welcome to Kakuro no Miya. Alright, we get to see this place now, huh? He seemed to be in a very good mood today. Maybe it was because he was finally back where he used to be. The mirror is kept over there. If you could please set it in place. Oh. I took out the broken half of the mirror and set it down where he directed me. Little altar back there. Welcome home, Amaterasu. Himuka gently stroked the mirror. Himuka, are you still able to hear Lady Amaterasu's voice? Not since then, though I can still feel her presence. I see. That's good, I suppose. The age of gods have ended. Himuka? I believe Lord Hiroko will slowly disappear from everyone's minds, but that is for the best. It's time that we as humans carry the load. He said it as though encouraging himself. I wasn't able to do anything as a god, But now that I'm human, I feel like I can do anything. It was a lie that he didn't do anything. He gave up everything to protect this world. As I wondered whether I should bring that up. Oh. Are we gonna make out in front of the altar? As long as you're with me. Kind of does look like a wedding, like just standing and side by side in front of an altar. Just don't have any witnesses. I won't run away anymore. There's so many things I want to do. So many things I want to achieve. There was such a radiant masculinity in his expression that looking at him made my heart ache. I won't have anyone endure what Hyrie did. Himuka blinked slowly. Of course, I know things won't change overnight, but they will change no matter what. Himuka! The report was titled Executioner Behind the Disappearances. It was shared with everyone on the island with signed approval from Lord Jigen, the Kodawari, the military, and Hirako. The executioner's name was not disclosed. Okay, so they're not gonna convict Hyrie, they're just gonna have like the executioner just be nameless. After returning from Tenyo Island, Himuka and I rowed ourselves out to the sea. I mean, Hyrie did bad things, but I feel like he was being controlled and manipulated. And yeah, I feel like Sakyo should be punished because, like, all of these people like put him in that position. And he's still young, so I mean, not saying that young people can't do terrible things, but like he's not beyond redemption, like being so young. The boat was filled with flowers, which were all set down into the water. I prayed that the departed souls would one day return to this land. It was difficult to explain Izanami's influence on Hyrie, which is why the report was kept vague and simple. In any case, I want him to find happiness. And I like how Himuka always referred to him as like the child. The child, like in his eyes, like Hyrie was just a child being manipulated. Me too. Hyrie was secretly exiled to the farthest island from here. Oh, okay. He's still being punished. I mean, yeah, he did kill people. We can't like forget that. He needs some like serious rehabilitation here. He left a letter to Asaha saying that he was leaving to undergo special training. Let's make this world a bright place filled with smiles. Himuka opened and closed his hands again. You said to Kuroba a while ago that there are no disgusting colors, right? Huh? Were you there? He's always there. He's always there just staring at you. I was watching from the shadows. How embarrassing. We'll make this world a place where every color is beautiful. We can do it if we all work together to bring forth change. Kind of helps if you're Hirako. That name has a lot of power. Everything that happened this past month flooded back to mind, and the back of my eyes burned a little. The humans' lives lost will never return, which is why we need to make no lives are ever lost again. Absolutely. The cowardly me from before has died. I hope you will love the new me the same. Do you even have to say it? You're you, and I will always love you. I'm glad. Our lips slowly moved closer. I love you, Byakuya. I'm happy that you're my soulmate, my other half. I'm happy you returned to me. You're the one who called me back, and so I will live once again for you. So I ask that you please be with me like this forever. He still had the habit of looking down on himself a little bit, but instead of telling him, I just wanted his lips. Let's have some passion fruit again. Yes. Each day and each night. No, we're gonna get sick of that fruit if we did that much. We savored each other's lips as if we were the sweetest fruit. I knew Kakura no Miya was a solemn place, so I prayed that we'd be forgiven just once. I mean, there's no one here, right? Like only Doma can like see beyond the blinds to talk to Hirako. I hope he doesn't pop up. That would be awkward. After all, it was Lord Hirako himself who was kissing me. Okay, that's it. That is Himuka's route. We're not done yet though. Still got the bad endings. Oh, and we gotta soil this happy feeling with the bad endings. But yeah, we'll do the usual. Next episode we'll do. There's the remaining CGs, or I think we have to do with the short stories. There's like an extra short story with a happy scene, and then afterwards we'll do the bad endings and all the extras. Yeah, we should probably have like Hyri's memoirs, right? At least that. Otherwise, everyone is just gonna unlock after Akaza. And yeah, I can't believe we just have we have one more route after this. And I was like, how the heck is Akaza gonna like top that? I guess there's still some mysteries though. I mean, we got to see Izanami, we got to see Amaterasu here. I thought maybe they were gonna pull like, oh, okay, they resurrected Izanami here. Like, what if they resurrect like Amaterasu? In the next route, I know Amaterasu seemed nice. I was worried that like maybe they would make a route where instead of like Hyri or like Camellia getting body snatched, like, all right, what if Byakuya like gets body snatched by Amaterasu? She would cease being herself. So yeah, I was like worried that might be a route. There's also another mystery with like, okay, they gave us more information about Tsukiyomi. So they said he was of the yellow, but he imparted his color onto humans. And then Hirako made the blue. Who made the red? Like the primary color. I was like, and yet they're considered like the cursed ones. So, like, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to like search through my mind through like different gods. I mean, there's still like Susano. There's him. They listed like another god in the folklore, like next to Hirako, who was also cast out to sea. I think I already forgot his name. It was like Awa something. Like he was like not mentioned at all. But yeah, maybe Susano. I mean, they have 2 out of 3 of like that trio. They have Tsukiyomi, Amaterasu. Like maybe Susano is gonna like pop up. I don't know. Susano was like the trickster god and also like the god of storms and seas, while Tsukiyomi was god of the night, and like Amaterasu was like goddess of the sun. So we will see. We'll finish Himuka's route, do all the bad stuff, get all the bad feelings, and then move on to Akaza's route after that. Alright, anywho, I hope you guys are having a fun and relaxing time. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.